I'm here down in the Jordan Valley looking at the barley. It's March 22nd, 2011. And what we've seen so far is the barley is not Aviv yet on March 22nd. You already have nicely formed head. It's come out. But what we have inside is basically mostly liquid. It hasn't really filled up the seeds yet. Let's examine this particular one. Yeah, I don't know if you can see that, but when you squeeze it, the insides pop out. That's what we'd call a worm stage, what some farmers would call a soft dough stage. Very early soft dough. It really hasn't begun to plump up the seed yet. Oh, and there she is, Georgia, the famous dog. And just lots of barley, not very interesting. But look, you definitely have green ears, there's no question about that. But these green ears essentially don't have seeds in them. There are seeds that are just still forming and haven't really even plumped up yet. Now what you have over next to us is a very interesting thing. Next to this barley field you have a wheat field. A wheat field that's been irrigated, mind you. This barley field has not been irrigated. The wheat field over here has been harvested. Now if you didn't know any better, you might say, well, if the wheat is ripe, then by inference the barley has to be even riper. But let's have a look at this wheat. Now look at what they did here. They didn't harvest it with a combine. What they did is they cut it. Now when you cut the wheat like this, and you know what the combine does, it breaks apart the stalk and removes the seed, and you end up with the seed separate from the chaff and the stalk. That's why it's called a combine. It combines several tools. When we break this apart, what we find out is that the seed, let's see what we have here. Open it up. And we see the seed hasn't even fully formed. So why did they harvest it? We have a seed here that is still not fully formed. Now I squeeze it, the inside the liquid comes out. Again, that's what the farmers would be calling the soft dough stage. So why on earth do you harvest grain in the soft dough stage? Come on, $25 for the correct answer. Anybody? Anybody? The answer is this is being cut for silage. What they do in Israel is they cut this wheat and they put it in this big pile, cover it up a bunch with some other stuff, sometimes orange peel, stuff like that, and it ferments, and then they feed that to the cows. And Israel has one of the best dairy industries in the world, actually. We provide all of our own dairy products because they're feeding all this stuff to these milk cows. So this is harvested grain. If you drove by 100 kilometers an hour, you'd say, oh, they've harvested the wheat already. It must be Aviv time. But when you actually look at it, you find out that it is not harvested in the sense that it would be used for wheat, that the seeds are ripe, because the seeds aren't ripe, they're not even fully formed. It's been harvested for silage. And here's our nice little harvested wheat field that we're panning across. Over there in the background is the barley field, still standing. Also their seeds haven't fully formed. And thus ends my dissertation in the Jordan Valley. Would you like to say something on the camera, or do you want to remain anonymous? All right, I'll let Georgia say something. Georgia, you're a good girl. Now it's very important, people, to watch the end of this video. YouTube gives me 5 minutes and you have another 40 seconds. Sit. Georgia, sit. Sit. She says, no, I don't really want to. Sit. No thanks. All right. I guess we're not going to sit. Sit down. Sit. Sit. Oh, what a good girl. What a very good girl. Paw. Paw. No, but stay seated.